Hello everyone and welcome to our another session on strength of materials. This is our 11th lecture on moment of inertia. Okay, through our last examples we are studying about the numericals involved in moment of inertia. In this particular lecture also we are going to study about the numerical on moment of inertia. So in the last two lectures we have studied about the numericals on channel section or C section. Okay, and in this particular numerical we are going to study about the numerical on the symmetric I section. Okay, I section. So first of all let's see the question, the 18th question. What does this question state? A symmetric I section of an overall depth of 300 mm has its flanges 150 mm into 10 mm and web 10 mm thick. Find the mi, that is find the moment of inertia about its centroidal axis parallel to the flanges. Okay, now for those who don't know what is I section, or for the students of direct second year, please pay attention, you might not be knowing what exactly is I section. I section looks like this, that is it's look like an I, English letter, capital alphabet I. Okay, now this part is called as top flange and this part is called as bottom flange. Okay, and this part is called as web of the section. So in this question what they have given? They have given the overall depth as 300 mm. So distance from this edge to this edge is given, and that is how much? That is 300 mm. Then flanges, the length of flanges or the dimension of flanges given, and how much it is? 150 mm into 10 mm. So this is 150 and this is 10. This is 150, this is 10. And the web thickness, so this thickness from this edge to this edge is 10 mm. So what we will do, first of all we will draw it again properly. Okay, so our section will look like this. So I section will have like this. Now for our clarification, to solve this numerical in a specified way, the way that we solved the last numericals also, the way that we adopted through our lecture series on this moment of inertia, what we will do, we will divide this I section into number of rectangles. Okay, we will consider the bottom rectangle as 1, the central rectangle as 2 and the topmost rectangle as 3. Now before starting this numerical I have told you that this is an symmetric I section. Why I said the section is symmetric I section? Because the flanges are of same size. When the flanges, the top flange and bottom flange are of the same size, then the I section is said to be symmetrical. Okay, now writing the given quantities, what we have B1 is equal to 150 mm, D1 is equal to 10 mm. Why? This is our B1, the width of or the breadth of first rectangle. This is depth of first rectangle. This is width of second rectangle, that is 10 mm. This is width of this is depth of second rectangle. This is depth of third rectangle, and this is width of third rectangle. Now as the total height is given 300 mm and the flanges height, the height of flanges is 10 mm. So the height of the web will equal to 280 mm. So I have written here separately 280 mm. Okay, so after writing the values of all the given quantities, what they asked us to find? They have asked us to find the moment of inertia about an central axis parallel to the flanges. Okay, they have not mentioned the horizontal central axis or any x-axis like that for that namesake. Okay, so instead of that, what they have given? They have given us, or they have asked us to find out the value of moment of inertia about an axis that is parallel to the flange. So flanges are of horizontal nature. Okay, so the axis that will be parallel to the flange will be the horizontal nature. So we have to find moment of inertia about the horizontal centroidal axis. Okay, so what we have to find? We have to find Ixx. So while finding Ixx, again as there are 3 rectangles involved over here, as you can see, so what will be Ixx? Ixx will be equal to Ixx1 plus Ixx2 plus Ixx3. Now as we saw in the numerical of C section or channel section, the first numerical that we encountered, I have told you the shortcut to find y bar. Okay, now in this particular question, as you can see over here, this section or this channel section or this I section is symmetric about its horizontal axis. Means if you draw a line at 150 mm, as the total height is 300 mm, if you draw a line at 150 mm, suppose this is a line drawn at 150 mm, so the top rectangle and the bottom rectangle will look same. That is, this line will cut the rectangle into two equal parts, or around this line the I section is symmetrical. Okay, so directly we can have y bar as half of total height, that is, we can write y bar as 150 mm, or we can follow the procedure that we already followed for our previous numericals. What was that procedure? We found the value of y bar using this formula. What's the formula? Y bar is equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 upon a1 plus a2 plus a3. And what is a1? A1 is area of first rectangle, a2 is area of second rectangle, and a3 is area of third rectangle. Okay, so putting the values of b1, d1, all those things, we get a1 as 1500 mm square, a2 as 2800 mm square, and a3 as 1500 mm square. Okay, now again y1. What is y1? Y1 is the position of the horizontal central axis of first plane or of first section from the bottommost edge. And how much that will be? It will be the half of the height of the bottommost rectangle. So that will give us 10 by 2, and that is equal to 5 mm. What is y2? Y2 will be the position of the horizontal central axis of the second rectangle from the bottommost edge. So where the second rectangle begins, it begins about 10 mm from the bottommost edge. So we'll add first 10 plus what is the height of this rectangle? The second rectangle is 280. So 10 plus 280 by 2. So that will give us 150 mm. Again, when we need to find the position of the horizontal central axis of the third plane, okay, what we will do? We have to add this 10 plus 280 to the half of the total height. So 10 plus 280 plus the total height of the third rectangle is 10. So 10 by 2. 10 plus 280 plus 10 by 2 will give us 295 mm. So in this way we can calculate y1, y2 and y3. Okay, so y1 is 5 mm, y2 is 150 mm and y3 is 295 mm. Okay, so by using these all terms we can find y bar, or directly we can write y bar is equal to 150 mm as I have explained to you. Okay, putting those values in the formula of y bar, the value of y bar will be equal to 150 mm. Okay, is it clear now? Now, Ixx1. The same procedure that we used for T section, the procedure that we used for I section, all those steps, all that procedure will be employed here also, and our Ixx1 will be equal to b1 d1 cube by 12 plus a1 h1 square. So, putting the values, we will get Ixx1 is equal to 31.55 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So in this way, we have calculated the value of Ixx1. Remember, again, why this formula was used? Because our first axis is parallel to the horizontal central axis of the whole plane, as these two axes, this is our x-axis and this is our first axis 1, 1. As these two axes are parallel, we will use the parallel axis theorem and we will get the value of Ixx1. Similarly, we will have the value of Ixx2. Remember here that as the value of y bar and y2 are equal, 150 minus 150 will be equal to 0, and directly we will have Ixx2 equal to 10 into 280 cube by 12, and that will give us 18.29 into 10 to the 6 mm raised to 4. So this is the value of Ixx2. So the value of Ixx2 is 18.29 into 10 raised to 6. Finally, the value of Ixx3. Again, what is Ixx3? It is the moment of inertia of third plane with respect to the horizontal central axis of the whole plane. So it is moment of inertia of this plane with respect to x-axis. Now this axis 3, 3 is parallel to axis x, and the distance between them is h3. So by using parallaxis theorem, we will have Ixx3 is equal to B3 D3 cube by 12 plus A3 H3 square. H3 is equal to y bar minus y2. Putting those values, we will get the values of Ixx3. Now one thing to remember over here, as it was in the case of channel section, the value of Ixx3 will be equal to the value of Ixx1. As you can see over here, Ixx1 was also 31.55 into 10 raised to 6 and Ixx3 is also 31.55 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, why so? Because the position of first plane and third plane from the horizontal central axis is same. This is the first reason, and the second reason is that the dimensions are equal. This is also 150 into 10 and this is also 150 into 10. So because of these two reasons, Ixx1 and Ixx3 are equal. Now the final step to find out Ixx. So what is the formula to calculate Ixx? Ixx is equal to Ixx1 plus Ixx2 plus Ixx3. So adding all those three quantities, we will get Ixx, which is equal to Ixx1 plus Ixx2 plus Ixx3 is equal to 31.55 into 10 raised to 6 plus 18.29 into 10 raised to 6 plus 31.55 into 10 raised to 6. And thus, we will have Ixx is equal to 68.1366 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. This is our final answer. Okay. In this way, we will find Ixx for I section. Okay. This example might look lengthy, but this is of easy nature. Okay. Please go through this numerical again. Please watch this video again to get a better clarification. Okay. Again, if you have any doubt, go through our Telegram channel, post your queries. We are there to attend you. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you.